Hello, InvArch. Welcome to this InvArch Weekly Wednesday update. I'm super pumped. We got a lot of really awesome stuff going on, a lot of great stuff to share with you all. Been a really, really busy week. That's how we like to do things. And with that, a lot of new stuff to share. So, this Monday, May 23rd, we're going to be releasing the InvArch Brainstorm testnet. It's an unincentivized solo chain testnet that we're going to be running. It's going to be released for the community to use, test out the InV4 protocol, test out future features of InvArch, where they can kind of get, will be able to be tested in a very, very safe sandbox environment, and just have fun with things. We had a really, really great time last time when we had the Tinkernet testnet launch. So now with the Brainstorm testnet launch, really, really excited because there's a lot more possibilities with the InV4 protocol fully realized. So yeah, really, really excited, really pumped, and we're gonna have more details coming out soon. Again, that's happening this Monday, the 23rd, and unlike last time, this testnet is going to be running indefinitely. So we're really, really excited to be bringing this to the community and show off a lot of the amazing technology that our team's been building. Beyond that, we also have, looking into the future, the Tinkernet parachain that we're going to be bringing to the Kusama ecosystem, which again we're really, really pumped for. We have a lot of information regarding the Tinkernet coming out, and we're going to be releasing that information over the next couple of days. We had originally slated to release the information for the crowd loan details, tokenomics, and all that information coming on the 25th. However, things are going fast, ahead of schedule, so it's good. And looks like we're going to have all those details finalized and ready to share with everybody this Friday, along with a little bonus bonus update on our website that we're excited to surprise everyone with. So yeah, so we have all that coming. Again, a lot of exciting information. Our crowd loan model is, I don't want to sound like too big headed, as they say, but I'm really proud. I'm really excited to see how this takes effect. Gabe and myself, we both together worked pretty hard on this, coming up with this, and like I said, I do believe it's a product of ingenuity. It's very different from anything that we've seen, and what makes it so special is, and why are we so excited, is because it's a model that realizes successfully the way so that individuals who contribute KSM to a crowd loan, the more people that contribute in the process, the more not just tokens get released, but the more actual value individuals will find themselves with. So if an individual, typically, let's say if you were donating or not donating, I'm getting ahead of myself thinking of OSIF. If you were contributing to a project on Kusama and you can contribute to their crowd loan, this model realizes a way to allow more individuals to participate without diluting any value or rewards from other individuals. Furthermore, this model is going to make it so that, let's say, typically when you contribute to a crowd loan, the earlier in that process you contribute, there's this certain point where you want that parachain to raise enough KSM to win its auction, but once you want it to raise just that much, because afterwards, as more people contribute, your expected crowd loan reward slowly decreases, the number of tokens decrease, and with that, you find yourself with this ironic feeling of stop supporting because you want to have more share. So that's how humans and economics works. But with that, what we've realized is a way to where the earlier you contribute and the more individuals to contribute, the more value, not just token quantity, but actual value you'll receive, and this scales. So as more individuals contribute in the process, it continuously benefits and increases in value everyone in that process, scaling back to the beginning. So yeah, if that made sense or not, I'm not sure, but I'm excited, and we'll be sharing the actual details and numbers this Friday. So when that comes out, I imagine we'll have a lot to talk about, and we're really looking forward to getting everyone's feedback and just dive into things. So looking forward to that. Additionally, because I did almost forget, for those who have been paying attention, we had originally slated to release details regarding our community, a whitelisted community event, and we slated to release that information last Monday. However, kind of had an idea come over us. We were bothered by something really, and it was the fact that, not to knock anyone else who may have done so, but in the process of having a community say like, yes, it is nice. You give special access. However, there still is this risk involved. They're able to access tokens, hopefully, at a cheaper rate than what the market expectation is. However, these things aren't guaranteed, and kind of similar with, although not as severe as some of the dangers with, but similar to ICO experiences, is individuals, they are putting their money towards something that they hope is going to be worth the value, if not more than what they put in. But it is an unknown. So there is this amount of risk involved that isn't always quantifiable in the end. With that, we were asking ourselves, we want to reward our community. It's not about the us raising money in this aspect. We have a great team. We have funds. We're ready to go. This is about the community, and we want to give them something that actually rewards our early supporters because I'm going to be honest, they've been really awesome, and they've been supporting us diligently for several months now. So, with all that being said, what we're going to be doing is after the release of the parachain, after the token on the market, after things have settled and there is let's say a fair market value, then we will release details regarding this event. Anticipate this is a rough guesstimate here to be transparent with everyone, but I anticipate 1 to 2 months after the launch of the Tinkernet parachain. And what we'll do is at that point we will have this community sale. It will be for early OG community members and holders of any of the InvArch NFT banners on Singular. Any of those individuals will be able to go through KYC to participate in the process, where they will get an automatic discount on the value of those tokens. The exact amount is to be determined, but again, it's for the community. We have allocations set aside for that, just for them. So rather than allow them to have them take a shot in the dark and for some hopeful bonuses, we would rather go ahead and prove the value of our technology, prove the worth that we've done, rather than try to build speculative value. We want to prove ourselves, and then after we've proven ourselves and we have developed a sense of value for our technology, we want to go ahead and pay that back to the community a little bit with a reward. So again, exact allocations, because with the community awards, the community event, there will be allocations of Tinker token, as well as we'll talk about Varch as well. But all those numbers and fine details will be coming out this Friday. But I just want to make note of that. Didn't forget about it, just quite the opposite. Just again wanted to make sure that we provide something that isn't about getting money from you to speculate value. It's not about that. We want to make sure that we can give back value to you because you all deserve it. That all aside, speaking at Decentral, a featured speaker at Decentral Austin. Really excited for that. I'll be honest. Several months ago, it was kind of a bit of a dream to be able to speak when they had Decentral in Miami, massive event. So to be able to speak at Decentral Austin, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I'm really excited. I'm really happy to have the opportunity to speak with hopefully other members of the community, people from the Polkadot ecosystem that show up at the event, but just anyone and everyone who's there that's going to be able to listen from other ecosystems, expose them to the power of our ecosystem. It's going to be really awesome. So I'm excited for that, and looking forward again to sharing that talk with anyone who's there to listen. Very excited. And moving beyond that, we're going to be going ahead and myself, other members of the team, we're going to be hanging out at Consensus Blockchain Festival. Really excited for that as well. We'll be there. We'll have some swag. We'll have some stuff for supporters, individuals that we see. But yeah, really looking forward to connecting to individuals there and other individuals, the ecosystem that we've already talked with and know that we'll be meeting up with and things like that. Because yeah, it's going to be a really big event, and we're really excited. Moving on, I just want to kind of bring things back to the Tinkernet parachain. So keeping in mind, there is the Brainstorm, Brainstorm testnet, which is solo, unincentivized testnet that we're going to be releasing. However, Tinkernet, parachain on Kusama. Just want to start this also, we're really excited for the purpose that it's going to be serving, because it's not just going to serve as an environment for developers. who want to obviously have a an environment where they can test out, like say, beta features for their dApps, for their technology before bringing it to a best to market environment. Kusama offers a first to market environment. It is fast, it's volatile, it's exciting, it's revolutionary, and it's where innovation takes place. It's where it sprouts and where it grows its wings and it flies. And with that, we want to provide not just that same environment for developers who are building on InvArch, but also for individuals who use our future products, our applications, our dApps, but as well as the products of individuals of developers who build on top of the Tinkernet, provide them a way where they can test out their intellectual property, where they can have a breeding ground, technical or not, of what it is that they're trying to realize, and bring it to the community, get feedback, build on it, tinker on it a little bit, and hopefully produce something that is really, really spectacular. And with that, this graphic here kind of sums up pretty well, but individuals will have the opportunity for, again, feedback, tinkering, causing a little bit of chaos, and hopefully in the end building something that is really beautiful, or again, hopefully finding out early that it's not. And what you're left with in the end is a final product, something that is of alpha release ready for other individuals to more safely be exposed to. So serving a multi-tier purpose there, we're really, really excited for all of this, really pumped. Most importantly, I gotta say, we have some remarkable things in the work, partnerships and stuff on the way, working with other parachain teams, talking with them, and coming to Kusama. There's a lot of amazing technology that's going to be possible, applications that can be built. I can't stress this enough. The technology that we built, I will say it is impressive. I'm impressed by what has been achieved, and I'm very, very grateful. But the possibilities of InvArch and all of these other parachains working together, all the various different dApps, applications, and solutions that can now exist, it's going to change the world forever. And I see it. I can see it. It's the foundation is building. Just ecstatic to be able to be contributing to that, but more so thrilled for the future that I know is on the way, because the possibilities that are being unlocked are phenomenal. But we'll talk more about all of that in a bit of the future. We have recently released the InvArch EduSeries 5 article on OSIF. So, supercharging developers and empowering innovation with OSIF, on-chain innovation funding, realizing three different mechanisms. We have IP staking, we have IP farming, and we have IP donations. Now, all three of these, although one is called IP staking, all three of these tie into the InvArch network staking model. And it's really exciting because it's using this method of, you help secure a network through this transfer of value to incentivize individuals who participate in the process. That same idea, and I mean in the raw concept of incentivizing individuals who help to participate in this process, which make this network possible. By doing so, allocating network fees through this process, which also can go towards staked IP sets, towards fueling innovation, towards kickstarting it, towards helping to get it going, that's very powerful. Something that we extend in three ways. So there is IP staking, similar to dApp staking on a star, which is a really, really good, I would say, reference as far as something to get familiar with. If you're already familiar with, then IP staking should sound quite familiar. IP staking is a similar process where it's kind of like a screen or a filter, so to speak, that individuals must pass through in order to stake. And when doing so, they would elect a project or projects, so in our case, IP sets that they support, and their vote, the vote allocations, is the weight of those votes is equivalent to the amount of tokens that they're staking. And out of the network rewards that are allocated for those IP sets, the way that they're dispersed will be decided proportionally based off the weight that is allocated amongst all those different IP sets. So basically, depending on how the community votes, will depend on the ration of those rewards for those IP sets. And this comes at no cost on the end of the community. So community does not need to offer any of their they don't come at any loss. They don't give up any of their staking rewards. This process, these funds come from a separate mechanism where these funds are reserved for the treasury and help fund it through network fees and through traffic of the network. But individuals who want to support IP funding can do so while still getting the full benefits of staking for themselves. Now, there's IP farming, which, for various different mechanisms, reasons, and use cases that would fit this, individuals have the ability to provide shares of fungible pegged IP tokens that are attached to their IP set. They can offer a share of them for a certain yield, obviously, of Varch tokens or Tinker tokens that they are looking to raise. They need to raise a certain amount within a certain a minimum amount of block time, and during this process, again, certain ratios which individuals can provide their tokens for. But during this time, the funds that would be provided to them, they can come actually from an individual. So an individual can choose directly to participate in this process by passing staking, or an individual can choose to allocate some or all of their staking rewards to one or more IP sets in which they want to farm. In doing so, they are able to contribute the tokens that they originally had without losing them. And instead, the rewards that they're generating, they can allocate towards these processes in order to farm the IP tokens that are being made available to them. Now, during this process, to help protect individuals, the funds that would be allocated towards that set are reserved in a lockbox, and none of those tokens are released until all of the requirements are met or until they are not met. And if the amount of time that's needed to raise funds, if that hits and minimum threshold has not been met, then those rewards will then be returned to the individuals who would have originally received them in the first place. So at no immediate loss for them. So we have this mechanism there. And then finally, we also have IP donations. And IP donations is a way, it's kind of a blend of both. So individuals can choose, if they would like to selflessly just go ahead and donate their funds, or an individual can choose to kind of siphon, similar with IP farming, their staking rewards, some or all of those rewards, towards one or more IP sets. And in doing so, granted, depending where you live, but we are setting up a model for tax deductible on chain IP donations that are transparent for individuals as a way for empowering innovators and giving, for one, philanthropists a transparent way to decide the allocation of their funds and things like that toward projects they want to donate, for regular community members to participate in this process and help to fund innovations that they want to see become realized, and in a way that, again, depending where you live, could actually be could help you out come tax time. So in one like really simple basic example, you have Alice and you have Bob. Bob, he has $80,000, $20,000 he got in staking rewards, and let's say he's going to sell it, so he's going to claim it all. When he does so, Uncle Sam, at least in America, he says you have to pay 25%. 25% of that is 25,000. Now Bob, he has $75,000. Now Alice, Alice is all about IP. She's all about seeing new things happen. She had 80,000 and 20,000 and would have been staking rewards, but instead she had chosen to donate the $20,000 towards IP sets that she wanted to see come to fruition. Tax write-off, Uncle Sam says, "Hey, you got 80,000, you owe me 25%, and that would be 20%, but $20,000, or that would be $20,000, but the $20,000 she had donated cancels that out." And mind you, this is a simple example, but now Alice is left with $80,000. Alice and Bob both started out with the same amount of money. Bob decided he was going to keep more for himself, ended up having to give more money towards taxes, and in the end, he was left with $75,000. Alice, same amount of money that she had, but she donated $20,000, and in the end, even though she was selfless, she had $5,000 more dollars of buying power than Bob. Granted, that's a simple example there, but it showcases the potential for incentivizing individuals to participate in this process and help, again, fuel innovation for the future of Web3. So really excited for that, and for the fact that we hope, for sure, that we have done our best to achieve a flexible model for fueling and funding innovation, because we don't believe that it's a one size fits all, and you need to have flexibility for different methods, different fundraising methods. Some individuals, they want to give up some IP rights. Some individuals don't. Some individuals may offer that. Some individuals may retain their IP rights and offer another token that gives access rights. Some individuals may not have any need for a token, and they don't want to offer a token because it wouldn't make sense to do so, but they would like some funding to get things started because they have a really great idea. In that case, IP staking can give you a nice, albeit maybe slower but steady start to that process, and IP donations gives you an open ground to expose your idea to the world, get that feedback from individuals, and hopefully also get the funding from them as well, know that you have their support. Um, yeah. So just doing everything that we can to just empower individuals. It's a really big focus of OSIF, and trying to redefine what it means to build, not just build wealth in a network, but share in the wealth that you build. Um, on Tinkernet, there's kind of like a process. That's like your staging ground where you'll get that community feedback and support, get things kickstarted. And on InvArch, that's where you bring your final release, again, your alpha version, your best to market product. And there's even further incentive for the more that your IP is used or implied by others. So excited for all of these to come to fruition. We really think it's going to help. It's going to supercharge a lot of things, and most importantly, we know that there's going to be individuals out there. Their lives, they tap into this. They have the potential to produce new, real value, and hopefully help everyone, but hopefully give opportunity to individuals out there that are lacking it, and make a really big difference for those individuals as well. It's really, really important. We're really excited for all of that. So yes, if you haven't gone in, if you haven't given the recent InvArch Edu series a read, um, I would certainly appreciate it. Uh, I do put a decent amount of time in there, but it's also, most importantly, it's a lot of really great information, um, and it's not as technical as things can sometimes get. Try to present the information in a nice story format, but a great read, something I'm biased again, but something I think is kind of exciting. InvArch Series 5, we also have 4, 3, 2, and 1 that have released prior, and looking forward to InvArch Edu Series 6 coming out in the future, which is going to be focusing on this bad boy right here and drilling into the significance, importance, and role of Tinkernet in the future. So, with all of that, I guess really the only last thing that I have to share with everyone is thank you so much for your support and votes, for helping me to have this amazing opportunity to speak at Polkadot Decoded in New York City, to speak with the community, to speak with other members, other tech members of the ecosystem, and to have a platform where even more individuals will be able to be exposed to what it is that we're building. I mean, it means a lot to me. It really does. This means a tremendous amount to me, and I can't express or show that in VR, but it means the world to me. I am really excited for this, and I value it a lot. I appreciate it. It means a great deal to have this opportunity, and I'm looking forward to making everybody proud, to giving a damn good speech, and to making sure that I take hold of that opportunity to educate as many people as possible on the new possibilities, the new future that we're unlocking here with the InvArch network. So with all of that, again, we got a lot of information coming out. We got stuff coming this Friday, more information afterwards. We have the Brainstorm testnet coming out for good this Monday. More information announcements to roll out. We'll make sure to remind everybody. But yeah, we're building fast, and I've never been so excited in my life, and so grateful for everyone and everyone's support. So we're gonna keep doing the dang thing. I'll see you all next week.